Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a slightly weary Friday evening episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. Welcome to this, the most premier alcohol review show here on YouTube. I'm suited and booted today, as you can see, in my Kingfisher beer t-shirt that I got when I went to India. And yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit trepidatious about today's episode because, on one hand, I've had a great day. I went out for a really nice run on my day off. Some of my family, including my mum, my brother and his wife and my niece, they came down to see me. We had a great time. We went for a really nice meal at my local pub. I had generally a good day. I'm not looking forward to the drink for today's episode though, and the reason for that is because it's another pre-mixed cocktail drink from Unkown Pleasures. And if you don't know, I reviewed I reviewed some kind of drink from them a while back. It was like a standard sort of like cocktail pre-mixed drink can, and I didn't think it was going to be amazing, but I thought it would at least be palatable. I thought it would at least be like a 7-ish, 6.5 out of 10. Like, you know, something nice but not mind-blowing, but still decent. But yeah, it was pretty bad. So today's, I'm not sure, because today's is on I've got a cocktail from them that is both notoriously brilliant when you do it right, but also horrendous if you do it wrong. And that today is Unkown Pleasures' take on a Bloody Mary. Now, this is comprised of a number of different ingredients. The main components, though, tend to usually be vodka and tomato juice. Sometimes it can have Worcester sauce in it. And I think if done right, with the right kind of ingredients and mixed together in the right way, with a little bit of ice, maybe a stick of celery in it, maybe a couple of olives on there, and, you know, the right kind of vodka, it can be a really nice drink. But if made poorly, it can be horrendous. So considering the fact that the last drink I reviewed from these guys wasn't great, and that this is a drink that's easy to like make horrible, I don't know, I'm going to give it a fair shot, but I don't know. Anyway, I've got to say though, I like the can. It's a little bit corporate, a little bit too clean of, like, you know, line design and font, but it's nice. It's got good contrasting colours, and it gives you a good impression of what it's going to be like. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's a handsome looking can. I like it. I will say it is a little bit pricey in that it is £4.29 from the Wine Barrel on Western Road in Hove. And I would just say, for a pre-mixed drink cocktail can like that, I don't know. I mean, I think you could probably lower it down by maybe £1. I don't know. But anyway, I'll give it a quick sniffer and see what our first impressions are like. So let's see what this is like. So, oh, that doesn't smell great. Oh man. Oh, that smells bad. What is that? It's like industry grade processed like tomato juice with sweet corn? Not even like good sweet corn either. Like, that is a weird smell. It doesn't cloy too much in the nostrils, which is good, but it is a really weird smell, and it does not fit the identity of what I'd expect a Bloody Mary to be. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for the smell. That smells pretty rank. But, you know, as always, we've got to taste it at some point, so to give ourselves an objective viewpoint from which to judge this, quick palate cleanser of water. Oh dear. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So, to everyone at home, bottoms up, and have a great weekend. Sorry, just bear with me 1 sec. I'm just pouring it in the sink. Okay. That was pretty bad. Oh, Jesus. That probably wasn't quite as bad as the sour gin vermouth Negroni cocktail from Moth. I mean, that was on a whole nother level of awful. But oh man, that was bad. I mean, it might actually be as bad, actually, to come to think of it, because like the initial flavour is just like this rich tomato, but it's like clearly this like processed industry sort of like juiced up fake tomato taste. There's virtually no alcoholic sort of taste in there at all, which you would expect with something like a cocktail, like a Bloody Mary, and then there's this weird sort of like sweet through line, and like the last thing I'd expect from a Bloody Mary is for it to be sweet, and maybe a bit of residual sweetness from like the fact that there is tomato in it, but not like a big chunk of the through line being characterised like that. Like, Jesus. And then virtually no other flavour. Literally the main overpowering flavour is just this processed, juiced up, like, weird fake tomatoiness that's oh. There's virtually no vodka flavour, no even hint of any other flavours like celery or Worcester sauce or anything like that. And the finish is just nothing. Like, there's just an overload of flavour at the beginning. The finish has virtually no flavour, and it has this weird juiciness to it, like, which I kind of get, but it really doesn't suit the flavour in this case at all. It's generally, that might actually be one of the worst drinks I've ever had. Originally, you know what, I think originally I was going to give it a 1 out of 10, because I could at least tell distinctively that there was like some kind of tomato flavour in there, and I could vaguely tell that it was an alcoholic drink. But then again, I thought about it again, I couldn't really taste that much alcohol at all, so what kind of satisfaction are you getting out of it if you're going in there for an alcoholic drink? And then with the tomatoiness, it's such a horrible fake tomato flavour that why would I give it like a positive rating for that at all? It was horrendous. And then like similarly to the sour gin vermouth Negroni cocktail from Moth, the taste just lingered in the back of your throat. Admittedly, not for as long as with that other drink I just mentioned, but it still lingered in the back of your throat with the worst aspects of the flavour, and that fake sweetness, and just like, oh, just horrendous. Like, absolutely horrendous. I genuinely didn't think it, like, before this year, right, I had already been doing Ted's Booze Cellar for about nearly 2.5 years. And, you know, that encompasses, like, well over 200 episodes, I think. And I think I'd never, ever reviewed a 0 out of 10. I'd reviewed maybe, like, quite a few 2s, a fair few 3s, some 4s. Might have reviewed a 1.5 or once and twice. But I never reviewed a 0 out of 10 before this year. And then in this year alone, I've reviewed 2. The sour gin red vermouth Negroni cocktail from Moth, and the Bloody Mary cocktail from Unkown Pleasures. I don't want to be mean to the people at Unkown Pleasures. I'm sure they're nice people, but that was easily the joint worst drink I've ever reviewed on this show. Not mouthing off anyone from Unkown Pleasures, definitely not the lovely people at the Vine Barrel and Hove, because they've always been nice to me, they've always been great to me, and their prices are actually really good, and they do a great selection of drinks. But that one in particular, just that one, yeah, that was bad. That was seriously awful, and I would recommend no one tries it. Not even Bloody Mary enthusiasts. So, take that as you will. I'm going to go have an ale and have a shower to wash out the horror of drinking that, and if you guys liked this video and you agreed or disagreed with my opinions in this video, leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. Also comment down below for any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar. Check out anything else I do online in the video description down below. And yeah, until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. horrendous, absolutely horrendous.